Isn't it true how our thoughts that we're having every day is either limiting us or liberating us? Meaning the fastest way for us to change our life right now is to mind our language, because what you tell yourself out loud and what you're thinking is determining your reality. This is why I want to share with you 7 things successful people will never say in their life. Because when you repeat these sentences, it will literally hold you back from your greatness. So pay close attention and make a decision to let these sentences go if you can resonate with them. Does that sound pretty cool? Okay, so let's start with the first sentence, which is, I don't have enough time. Why do successful people never say this? Because they understand that time is an equalizer of life. We all have got 24 hours in a day. That's 1,440 minutes. So it's not about how much time we have right now, because we all have got the same amount of time. It's about what we do with the time that we do have in our life. Right? So if you are saying to yourself, I don't have the time, make the time. Time is the equalizer. And there are people who are far busier than us. For example, Elon Musk's of the world, they're trying to colonize Mars right now. They are running far bigger projects than us. So if they can find the time, we sure can as well, right? If they can make the time, we sure can as well. And this is why I want you to let go of this limiting belief, the limiting sentence of I don't have enough time. Make the time. Find a way. Let go of tasks that's no longer serving you. Make the time. Say no more if you need to say no more. So that way you can make the time for what you truly need to do in your life, the important work that you got to get done. Find the time and focus on the solution and not the problem. The second sentence successful people never say is, I'm too overwhelmed. In fact, say that to yourself right now and notice how you feel. I'm too overwhelmed. I'm too overwhelmed. Or I'm too stressed. Whatever other sentences people tend to use. How do you feel when you're saying I'm too overwhelmed? Do you feel like it's limiting you or is it liberating you? It's definitely limiting you. Why? Because you're focused on the problem. If you're telling yourself, I feel too overwhelmed, what are you going to do? Those beliefs, those thoughts is going to determine your feelings. Feelings going to determine actions, and actions going to bring you the results of feeling overwhelmed. This is why you got to change the meaning in which you are currently seeing this situation. Because how you're currently seeing this reality right now is how you are seeing this reality. Nobody else sees this situation exactly you do. Because we got numerous filters in our psychology that's determining what we see. This is why, for example, if Richard Branson, who's managing hundreds of different companies, billions of dollars, if he was to be in our shoes right now, he'll feel like he's on a holiday. Why? Because he's got a different meaning to this situation. So the situation is never the problem. The problem is the meaning which we have given this situation. That's what we're labeling as a problem. And that's what becomes a problem for us. Meaning is a self-inflicted wound. Change the meaning that you're giving life right now. And life will begin to change right in front of you. How are you seeing this situation? Because high achievers, remember, they don't see pressure or overwhelming stuff as a problem. They see it as a privilege. Do you notice the difference? They don't see it as a chore, they see it as a gift. And when you begin to change the language patterns, do you notice how you feel different? This is why. Mind your language. That's what I tell my students all the time. Mind your language. What you're telling yourself is becoming your reality. That's the second thing successful people will never say, which is I'm too overwhelmed. The third sentence is, what if it goes wrong? Say that to yourself out loud right now. How do you feel? What if it goes wrong? You may feel fear, you may feel anxiety, you may feel nervousness, right? Why? Because you're focused on the problem. This is a problem-oriented question, meaning you're going to get a problem-oriented answer. Your brain is like a Google. And if you are currently typing in lousy search queries, you're going to get lousy search answers. If you're saying to yourself, what if it goes wrong? Your mind is now going to be looking for its file cabinets to prove what it's going to be like when it all goes wrong. Meaning you're going to feel fear and you're not going to do anything because it's too scary now. Making sense? So instead of you saying to yourself, what if it goes wrong? Say to yourself, what if it goes right? And how will it transform my life when it goes right? Change your questions and you change your life. Isn't that true? Okay, so the fourth thing successful people never say is, I will try it. I think Master Yoda said this best, right? He said how do or do not, there is no try. When you start giving life 100%, you'll start getting 100%. There is no half-heartedness. Whatever you got to do, you got to be all in because that's who you are right now. You're destined for more. So you got to start showing up as the best version of you. And whatever you got to do, be all in. If you, for example, you got to spend time with family, don't be stuck in the gray zone thinking about work whilst with your family. 100% presence. Be all in. 100%. You're not going to try to be present. You are going to be present. If you're at work, don't be thinking about family and just getting stuck in this gray zone, feeling frustrated. You're at work now. You got to be 100%. There is no trying to be all in. It's I'm going to be all in. It's either do or do not. There is no try. The fifth sentence is I am not ready yet. If you're waiting for the right moment in your life to feel ready, you're going to be waiting for the rest of your life. And we know how many people, unfortunately, die never having truly lived in the first place. We know how many people, don't we, die with so many regrets. And what's the biggest regrets that Bronnie Ware found during her studies, spending time with people with just a couple weeks left to live? They wish that they would taken more risks in their life. Don't take life for granted, because this thing we call life is slowly but surely ticking away. Isn't that right? This is why if you're going to be waiting for when you are ready, it's too late. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take this moment and make it perfect for you. Take a step forwards. And if right now your big dreams is scaring you, if it's scaring you thinking about the top of this mountain that you're trying to get to, just focus on the journey, one step at a time. That's what's going to eventually lead you to climbing this mountain and being able to be stood at the top, right? Reaching your biggest dreams. Focus on the journey, because that way you can know where you're placing your steps and so forth. Don't get so fixated with the eye on the prize. I think that's a lousy belief. Because if you're focused on the prize, you're going to miss out on the vital steps you got to take today. The micro steps you got to take today to be able to get towards the prize. What you want to be telling yourself today is, I'm never going to feel like I want to do this. I just got to do it. I got to take that step forwards. Even a millimeter of change today, if you compound that over the span of the entire year, you're in a whole different place. Take the step forwards. Now, the sixth sentence that successful people will never say is, I don't know how. If you don't know how right now, simply find out how. At the same time, realize this. As my mentor always used to say to me, Tim, if you know how you're going to reach your biggest dreams, you're dreaming far too small. The reality is, if you don't know how right now, that sometimes is a good sign. It means you're dreaming big. It means you're really stepping out of your comfort zone. So what you have to do, you just got to trust in the journey. Trust what will happen. As long as every single day you show up as the best version of you. As long as every single day you're making your palms sweat and stepping out the comfort zone into a growth zone. Slowly but surely you'll get to the end of this year saying to yourself, wow, look where I am now. And you'll keep being able to push yourself forwards after that. So with that said, let's go on to the final sentence that successful people will never say, which is, it's not my fault. Realize if you are going to become a victim by blaming everybody else, you are literally zapping all this power away from you. Successful people realize that they got to take back the power. How? By not blaming others for their situation. Because the more you blame others, the more you're powerless, because you need them to change before you finally change. Meaning you'll be waiting for them. And you may be waiting for a long time. In order for you to take back the power, you got to realize it's your responsibility. And you got to take 100% responsibility for the life you're living right now and the results you're creating right now. Because when you do, you take back the power. And from that place, slowly but surely, you get a step closer to living the life you're truly born to live. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to let me know which sentence most resonated with you that you're going to decide to let go of in your life. And also, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to click the like button. And as always, follow your heart and take action.